Hello everyone and welcome to week 3 of Ethics Philosophy 212 offered at Finlandia University in fall 2020. I am Dr. Patricia Gross and I am your ethics professor. I'm looking forward to reviewing the complex ideas you'll be learning this week. I mentioned some of them in the end of class on last Tuesday. And so we're going to be kind of reviewing a lot of the main hits in ethics and ethical theories. So just to review the assignments for this week, for Tuesday, for today, or not for Tuesday, I'm sorry. For Tuesday, you were to read Chapter 4 of Lewis Vaughn's Doing Ethics, The Power of Moral Theories, and attend our Zoom class. And this lecture today will review that chapter and discuss your assignments for Thursday, which is to view this lecture, watch this particular film, which Ex Machina, which, by the way, there's nudity in the film. It's mostly non-sexual, but, there is nudity. And it's the nudity of androids that are played by actors. If you'd like a breakdown of when the nudity occurs so that you can look away, please let me know. There's also some violence in the film. So complete discussion board posts. And then you have a reading quiz that's due on by Friday at 11:59 p.m. So we'll talk about this soon. The reading quiz, by the way, is on the 3 readings that you did, the Euthyphro, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 of Lewis Vaughn. Okay? So let's talk about this. So the Chapter 4 of Lewis Vaughn's Doing Ethics, The Power of Moral Theories, focuses on more heavily on different moral theories. And this video and this page right here will provide a helpful backdrop to the moral theories we'll learn about this term. So, a moral theory is an explanation of what makes an action right or what makes a person or thing good. These are concerned with the goodness of persons or things, theories of value, or the rightness or wrongness of actions, theories of obligation. A moral theory explains what makes an action right. A moral code is just a set of rules. And considered moral judgments are carefully made moral judgments about cases and issues. You can see here in tiny, you see this little chart here of different kinds of moral theories. And we're actually not covering these 2 theories. We're covering utilitarianism, deontology, and virtue ethics in our class. Okay, this is Aristotle, Kant, Mill. Okay, so consequentialist theories, we talked about this together. Consequentialist theories make an action right. I'm sorry. Consequentialist theories say that what makes an action right is the consequences of that action. That is the amount of good it produces. Non-consequentialist theories say that the rightness of an action does not depend on the consequences of the action. However, there are ethical theories that are neither consequentialist or non-consequentialist, such as Aristotle's virtue ethics. Consequentialist theories. So this side tells us more about consequentialist theories. And so again, what makes an action right is the consequences of that action. So utilitarianism says that the morally right action is the one that produces the most favorable balance of good over evil. Wow, I cannot talk today. Utilitarianism says that the morally right action is the one that produces the most favorable balance of good over evil, everything considered. And there's 2 different forms of utilitarianism, act and rule, which you'll read about. And then there's also ethical egoism. It's a form of consequentialist theory that says the morally right action is the one that produces the most favorable balance of good or evil for oneself. A non-consequentialist theory says that the rightness of an action does not depend on the consequences of the action. And so here we get categorical imperative Kant, natural law theory, and divine command theory. Which we'll learn in this class. Again, we're going to be focusing on Kant. Vaughan, and we're not going to go over this in this short video, but Vaughan gives us 3 helpful criteria for evaluating ethical theories, and they're on this particular page. So, again, this is just supposed to be a very short video, so it's going to be very short. Here's the discussion board activities for Thursday or Friday, and you have to make sure to take the quiz for weeks 1 through 3. So the discussion board says, which I think it'd be easier just to go to the discussion board. The discussion board says, so you're reading the reading, you're watching the film Ex Machina on Netflix. There's a link on the page. And you're completing the discussion board post. So, Chapter 4 of Lewis Vaughn's Doing Ethics, The Power of Moral Theories is meant to introduce you to different kinds of moral theories, most of which we'll discuss in our class in depth. The film Ex Machina explores the ethical status of artificial creatures. Write one paragraph answers to each of the following questions. So you have 5 questions about the movie as well as the chapter you read, right? And then you must respond to your classmates' threads, though you only need to respond to 1 or 2 of their answers in this. And again, as usual, I've actually connected you with 3 other classmates, so it should just kind of automatically tell you who your classmates are or who you should respond to, but at least 3 of the threads. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as usual, you can just send me an email. I'll come to my office hours. Just let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And this was the short video for week 3. Goodbye.